So team up with somebody that, take a buddy with you, go power walking, go bike riding, go swimming, take a class together, do yoga. A lot of people have a lot of different things that can help them. Yoga, meditation is something that's wonderful to
Which is
actually.
good because that helps with stress, which I also read is possibly another thing that can cause reoccurrence or...
Right, they do recommend, absolutely. Stress can cause so many things, high blood pressure, heart disease. The factors, why do we get breast cancer? No one really knows, but it could be genetic, it could be environmental, it could be just bad luck. We all have cancer cells within our body and we just don't know actually what stimulates them and what triggers them. There's no control over that. And then again, I always tell, like even my niece, for example, who is afraid of getting breast cancer because we do have a family history. And again, I want to repeat that 90% do not have a family history of breast cancer, but my niece is so afraid. And I tell her, don't keep focusing on being so negative about, oh my God, am I going to get breast cancer? Just be aware. Awareness, we're back to awareness again.
So tell us a little bit about the nutrition facts. I know you have you have different recipes in here that I was looking at.
Yes, Sabrina Hernandez did a wonderful chapter on nutrition in the book, and the favorite recipe that I like is called the Cannonball Smoothie, which is a wonderful healthy smoothie made with strawberries and low-fat milk. Some people can use yogurt, low-fat yogurt. We also have salads in there with salmon, and it's just a whole bunch of different type of recipes in there.
I also saw a few great pictures of the different procedures that you had to go to, like the tables or the rooms and the different equipment that was used. So
okay.
I was really educated. I just wanted to mention that so whoever hasn't read the book yet, The Empty Cup Runneth Over, they can find a lot of educational information in here about the procedures and things that you normally wouldn't know about.
And the chapters are written, they're very easy to read. We talk about radiation, we talk about chemo. We have Dr. Pasquale Benedetto who has a Q&A chapter, questions and answers, and all those questions were taken from students that we actually incorporated in the book, and Dr. Benedetto answered all of their questions. So the Q&A chapter is very informative because it's all different questions from chemotherapy to radiation to reconstruction to whether a lot of women want to know, can they have sex going through chemotherapy? Well, the answer to that is, it depends how you feel. If you feel energetic, if you feel okay. We touch on a lot. We touch especially on spirituality. There's a wonderful chapter by Dr. Sumi Kumar, the spirituality chapter. It's, getting in touch with yourself. A lot of times people say, why me? Why was I diagnosed? That comes a lot into play, and surrounding yourself again with things that you enjoy the most.
One other thing I thought was interesting, although it wasn't a large percentage, but 1 to 2% you said men also can get breast cancer.
Yes, the possibility is low, very low, 1 to 2%. However, again, we're back to awareness, and this procedure for examination is the same for men. You can actually just examine your area around your breast. And also treatment is the same. If they're diagnosed with breast cancer, the treatment is the same. It's either radiation or chemotherapy.
Yeah, so that's definitely something men should know.
Yes, I want to touch on a little bit about talking about men and women. We sometimes forget about the caregiver. It's very important for the caregiver that we need to know that the caregiver suffers with us as well. They go through a very difficult time. They don't know what to do for us, so sometimes they tend to do too much, or sometimes they tend to do too little because they're not quite sure of what to do. Right. So that's important. Very important.
Yeah, your family. How did your family react when you were diagnosed? Was everybody
That's a very
crazy?
Good question. The whole family was in turmoil, more or less, and it depends. And also, how do you tell the children in your family? Children also, they don't know what's going on except mommy's sick or mommy's hair is coming out. So it's important to try to keep as much normalcy as possible within the home, and that's it's easier said than done. So if you make it a team effort, all together and have the family together. Some women tend to, and it's their right to do this, they want to keep, protect their children and not let their children know. It's very difficult when you lose your hair because how do you explain to your child? So it's important to, and that's where education comes in. Therapy, individual family therapy is very helpful, short term. There's many groups. There's a wellness community of Greater Miami, which is very helpful. There's Gilda's Club. There's a lot of resources that I mentioned in the book that people can actually go to.